Hey guys, it's me Narelle here and welcome back to a new video. If you guys remember this setup before, I actually used the same setup to film my newest sketchbook update, and here we are with another sketchbook update. I finished this sketchbook I think 2 weeks ago, and I just haven't had the time to record the flip through of it. So just to kind of give you some details about this sketchbook, this is that infamous Stillman and Burn sketchbook that was highly raved back then on the YouTube art world. I think it still is fairly popular now, but I got it because a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, it's like the best sketchbook I've seen, it's the best sketchbook I've used, the paper is nice, and all these other good points that it has. But for me, I personally do not like the sketchbook. This sketchbook works perfectly fine for people that does flat shades. They don't really add a lot of coloring on their watercolor pieces, but for me, I like to add a little bit more. So for the paper, you have to let it dry, then come back to it, let it dry, then come back to it, and by the time you get your third layer on, the paper is like, I'm done. Slowly but steady, I actually adjusted myself to learn how to work with the sketchbook and not fight against it. So yeah. So on the front is stickers I got from my friends. So this is from C. This is from Harusheen, or her name is now Darwin Rose on Instagram. And this is from Narika. Because I really have a lot of stickers from my friends and I really don't like using them. But I'm like, you know what? It's better to show them off in a sketchbook than just let them sit in a place where no one's going to see them. So I need to check and see if I'm still in frame for you guys, because last time I was fairly in frame, but when I was looking at the video some of my book was still also not in frame. So yeah, so we're just gonna get started with it. So for this sketchbook, I actually started it in June 23rd, 2020, and now it's July. July, let me look at my dates to be correct. It is July 12th? The 12th of July? It's either, no it's not, it's either the 9th of July or the 16th of July. I think it's the 9th. So I started this literally a year ago, and I just got around to finishing it. So for me to test the paper out, I always do a little bit of fan art, and this is actually Nezumi from the anime number 6, which is actually a really good anime. So if you guys have never seen that, I highly recommend it. But you can tell I use a lot of media on this. I've used watercolor inks, I use Copic, I use colored pencil, I use white paint, I use everything under the sun on this piece of paper, and I kind of realized very fast that this paper does not take a lot of layers. So you know, I messed up Nezumi's face, and I do take all ownership of that. But yeah. So this is actually a drawing of Mitsu that I said I would finish, but I never got around to it. So since Mitsu is Korean, I wanted to do some cringy K-drama scenes with him. So this is actually all the girls who actually love him, calling him Minjun. So I don't want to make Mitsu a cringy character, but I thought it was really cute. So next is a drawing I really don't want to show. Because I really wanted to draw Jimin in his serendipity video, because I thought it was the cutest thing in the world with him with that yellow blanket. And this is still the point of me kind of realizing I don't like the paper of this sketchbook. So yeah, this is just a fail upon fail. I'm sorry, Jimin. I'm so sorry. So here's a drawing in which I kind of found how to work the medium in this sketchbook better. So this is Juzo from Tokyo Ghoul Re, because if you guys are not caught up with Tokyo Ghoul already ended. I don't know why I I feel like I'm spoiling you guys with this information, but if you guys have just got into Tokyo Ghoul, I am so sorry. But in Tokyo Ghoul Re, Juzo has black hair and not white, so I decided to draw him with his black hair instead of his white hair. And I really like this. This was actually a I'm choking on oatmeal. But this was actually a print in my shop. I think I did this print a year ago, I believe. And the print turned out really nice. And yeah, and I really like it a lot. This is actually a drawing I did on a trip that I went to see my sister. Again, I didn't have the right supplies to use in this sketchbook. So I think I brought with me some Tombow brush pens, if you can see it, if I'm still in frame. I brought these with me, and they work fairly well in the sketchbook, so I was like, that is cute. So I did this with those supplies, with some glitter pens and all that good stuff. This was supposed to be a screenshot challenge of Alice Color from Sunday Without God, and I just did not finish this one either. Alrighty, so I'm trying to move it over. So this is a drawing of Kakashi that I did, and I posted the line art, I believe, on Instagram, but I never posted the full thing. I'm literally in love with younger Kakashi. He is so cute. I enjoyed playing with him on the Naruto games, and I just love younger Kakashi. So I decided to draw him when he was younger, and I think I did all of this with watercolor ink and not strictly watercolor. So yeah, and I did the whites in the back with some acrylic paint, because I have white acrylic paint, because that is when I did my Aomine cosplay, and I used that paint to heavily do like the white lettering and all that good stuff. So next is actually the drawing that kind of kick-started me using this sketchbook. So here's a drawing I did of Dororo and Hyakimaru, because Dororo is like such a cute anime. It's so cute, guys. I freaking love this. I'm just like, and it took me forever to kind of come up with a concept of this drawing, because I think I did it intending to make a video on this sketchbook, just making this drawing the kind of guinea pig. And when I started coloring it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it would be a lot more funner to actually just keep it to myself, because I feel like if I made it for a video, I would like to keep it like pretty, and when I do pictures for videos, I never really pay attention to my details, and by the time I finish coloring them on camera, I'm like, wow, I could have totally made that darker. If you guys have been on YouTube as an artist for a while, you have that feeling too. So yay, I'm so happy. And I actually use this brown color in everything. Well, in everything Hyakimaru is wearing, because he's kind of a muted cut character. He doesn't really wear highly bright colors, so I'm like, just to keep the vibe this way, I just added this brown with the blue and all that good stuff to keep it kind of cohesive. And the only bright thing on the drawing is the bamboo and Dororo's jacket colors, because Dororo's like a sunshine where Hyakimaru is like the moon, the night, so they kind of complement each other really well, and I love Dororo. So if you guys have not seen Dororo, I highly recommend it, because it's really cute. Really cute. This is actually a girl that was on a Instagram ad, and I'm like, you know what, let me just put my own flavor to it, and that's what this is. This is not anything new. It's just me, you know, spicing up someone's selfie, and I really love this drawing, and I think I was in event type of mode, because why else would this girl be crying and her makeup's all ruined, unless that was the look I was going for, but I'm pretty sure I was in a mood for this one. And yeah, I really was hating the background, because I was just gonna do a black square around her, but then I'm like, ew, that kind of just doesn't look good, and then I added some of this periwinkle color that I really like, and I'm like, okay, I'm feeling it, and then I'm like, ooh, let me do cracked glass behind her. If you can see it in my camera, hopefully, that's what this white is, and here's part of the glass around her. So yeah, she was in a very, very, very emotional state. Oh my gosh. Here's Tomoe. Here's Tomoe. Tomoe from Kami-sama Hajimemashita, or Kami-sama Kiss. Oh my gosh, this is like my favorite drawing that I've ever done of Tomoe, and I don't know why. He's kind of really hard to draw, to be honest, but I think he looks good in this one. I'm just like, look at Tomoe. And I love how I did the sakura blossoms around him, because he's very like traditional Japanese type of feeling. So I'm like, you gotta add the cherry blossom. So yee. And this is actually my fan art I did for Suga on his birthday. I actually uploaded the video at like, I think it was June 12th, I believe, is when I actually uploaded the video, so I was late by a couple of days, but I think I did do this drawing a day after his birthday, which was June 9th. So yes, my Minyungi, and I hope you can see all the glitter effects that I did on here, because I wanted to add in his love for music, so that's why I put a lot of musical notes and stuff in the background, so everything screams Suga. He's my bias. I freaking love Suga. I love him so much, and it just hurts, okay? Alrighty. So, this is actually a very random drawing. I really don't know why I did this, but I had this idea in my mind where I really wanted to draw somebody with leaves in their hair, and I guess this boy was the kickstart of that. So, a lot of you guys really like this on Instagram. I did do a little Instagram video of me lining the leaves around him, but I think that was pretty much it for that. But I really love how this drawing turned out. It's one of my second faves, along with Hyakimaru and Dororo. I just really love how I kept all the colors like a muted color, and I did add the green color and everything to keep the colors the same. I added the brown and the leaves just to kind of keep the tones, and I think everything about this is cohesive, and the only thing that's really bright is his eyes because they're blue. But other than that, I just really love how my muted tones are looking like. I dated these. I did this March 12th of this year, so this is where, you know, I'm coming into the new year. So yeah, so this is actually a very much so unfinished drawing. This character belongs to Ella Draws on YouTube. Ella Draws, I believe that's her name. She was hosting a Draw This in Your Style, and I actually really wanted to finish this drawing, but I never did, so this is how far I got. So if I do happen to finish it, after this video, I'll post it on Instagram, because I would still like her to see it, you know? It's just that time just doesn't like me anymore, so all the drawings I want to finish, I can't due to time, but I think for this one, I can finish this easily if I just come back and finish it. So the next one is actually of Aiko and Nick. I actually lined this one on a live stream. I lined it all on a live stream. I don't know if I did the coloring on the live stream, but I know I lined it on there. And over here is actually the sketches that I wanted to do for the drawing. I kind of hated that I did this on this paper, because this paper smears really easily. So yeah, but these are all the pose positions I wanted to do them in, and I decided to do this one because it's so similar to that one. So yeah. Alright, and here is Lelouch V Battalion from Code Geass. I actually colored this one in a live stream. I know I colored this all in a live stream because everybody was there when I was coloring it, and a lot of you guys were like, oh my gosh, Lelouch. So yeah, this I colored in a live stream. Like guys, if you miss my live streams, you miss pretty much all of my finished art, because I do a lot of it in my Instagram live streams. So like I said in my other video, I live stream on Instagram. I guess I'm going to pick Sunday. I do not stream every Sunday because I do take Sundays off for myself to do other things, but you will catch me a lot on Sunday. So again, if you guys want to see me stream, just keep your eye out on Sunday on Instagram. I don't have a time. I need to get better at advertising my streams, but just look out for me on a Sunday. And if you want to catch me, you can catch me. But yeah, I really love how this turned out. Lelouch is a very hard character to draw because you have to draw his features legit right to get it to look like him. And I wasn't happy with this one because it still doesn't look like Lelouch, but at the end of the day, I think I did him well in my own style, that is, and I think I did well enough for me to convince myself that this is Lelouch and not some random guy in his outfit. But yeah, and I really like how bright his eyes are, and I love the background that I did in pink, because pink is becoming one of my favorite colors for backgrounds lately. I don't know why, but I'm living for pink with guys because it just complements them really, really cute, and it matches their skin tone as well, so it doesn't stick out, you know, like a sore thumb. So yeah. Still gotta check if I'm in frame, guys. I am so sorry. I just don't like being out of frame with these things, but yeah. So moving on. Here's a drawing of Z-Tao and Janice Wu. They played the characters Zhang Boju and Jinjin from the drama Brightest Star in the Sky, and I wanted to do an actual fan art for it because I did a video where I just drew Z-Tao by himself, so I'm like, I need to do my fan art. So this is that fan art that I wanted to do. It's like a little doodle, but I think it works for what I wanted to go for, and I think it's really cute. So for this little pink highlight, I actually got some new Jelly Roll pens from Walmart for my birthday. I don't even think I have that clip in any of my vlogs. Not birthday, for Christmas. I got them for Christmas. I'm gonna shut up. But yeah, so they're the Jelly Roll Moonlight pens. If you guys can see this, hopefully I'm in frame. But yeah, I got these Moonlight Jelly Roll pens a while ago, and they're super nice for like extra pops of color in hair, or if you want to do like different colored shapes in the background. And I did the background with this Tombow ABT brush pen because this color is really cute and it matched their vibe. So yeah, that's a little slice of what I used in my artwork. So moving on, here's actually a drawing I did of a singer called Jasmine. I actually did this drawing, I did an old version of this drawing ages ago, and I really wanted to draw her again because I was listening to her music, and I really like how this turned out. I'm not too happy with the hair, how the hair laid, but I am really happy with all the other stuff up here, though I do wish I picked another yellow because it's just mashing in with her a little bit too much, so yeah. So here's a drawing of my character Micah when he's in middle school. He looks a little bit too old for middle school, but you know, I'm rocking with it. I did do the background, not the background, but you see all the shapes and stuff in the back. I did it with this Moonlight pen, so hopefully it shows up in my camera. But yeah, so that is what I did, and I had a heavy use of colored pencil because I just could not get the colors dark enough in the way in which I want them, and I think I did most of the colored pencil in the Crayola erasable colored pencils. So yeah, this one turned out pretty well. And yeah, so this sketchbook, the color fades to the front page. I don't know why it does that. So yeah, so if you're wondering what this is, it's just that the colors fade to the page that it's front. This fades into the front. Alright, so this is a very much so incomplete page because I just wasn't feeling it that day in which I started it. So I'm shook that I even finished that one. But this is the day in which I finished Weathering with You because you saw it in my vlog. It was in my birthday vlog. I bought it on a whim because I heard it was really good. And I'm like, you know what? If I like the movie, good. If I don't like it, I can always sell it or take it back to Walmart. But that movie, oh my god, was a 10, no, let me correct that, a million out of 10. Like, oh my gosh, guys, that movie is really good. So this is the main guy in the movie, and I wanted to draw the girl here, but I wasn't feeling her, so I'm so sorry. It would be really cute if I made Weathering with You stickers, but I'm not going to put that into motions because I really don't got time. But oh my gosh, a lot of people compare Weathering with You with Your Name. If I had to give my whole honest opinion, if I had to say which one I like better, I would say I liked Weathering with You better than Your your name, only because Weathering With You has a more serious, mature vibe, and your name has a light, playfully vibe, and it's cute. But Weathering With You really deals with tough crap that people go through in their life, and it's such a mature movie. And the soundtrack, oh my gosh, Rad Whip, so you can put me to sleep because I love their soundtracks they do with movies. But I high-key recommend watching Weathering With You. It's really, really, really good. Alright, so here's a sketch of Nadu and Chio. This is on Instagram. I tried not to do pencil sketches because it's watercolor, but I know, you know what? I'm almost done with it. Screw it. So, I really had this idea in my mind, and I couldn't find my sketchbook, so I just did it in here, and I did it out of good faith, and I really like this. This is actually a redraw of a drawing I did ages ago, too. So, if I could find that drawing, I'll plop it on the screen. But yeah, this is a redraw, by the way. So yeah, and this was drawn with a Crayola erasable colored pencil. I wish I had it next to me because that would have been very much so hopeful. But they look like this. If I'm in frame, they look like this. And they're very nice to draw in at subtle colors. And they're really nice to do base sketches. So if you line art over them, they erase pretty good. So yeah, I actually recommend those over the, what's that? Color Erase pencils. I high-key recommend these over Color Erase because they're better. They're high-key better. So that's that. That's my own opinion. So the next drawing is of Chio, because Chio is so cute. Her hair is living its best life. It looks way too orange, but I'm pretty sure on camera it doesn't look that way. So again, I used those moonlight pens for the stars, and everything else was with watercolor. And this was mainly done with colored pencil because I just wasn't feeling watercolor that day. So I pretty much finished it with colored pencil. So yeah, it's like a good mix of the two, but yeah, it's cute. So here is a drawing of my character Alka. I posted the sketch of it on Instagram like always, and I colored it off camera. And I actually used, oh my gosh, what did I use? Oh my gosh, I can't remember what watercolors I used. I think it was the Sakura Koi. I might be wrong. I think it is the Sakura Koi watercolors for the coloring, and I love this. I really do love it. It has a very much so sad tone to the drawing. You'll figure it out if you go on my Instagram. You can find out why the tone of this is sad, but I really like how it turned out, and I actually really like that I didn't give it a background because a lot of these other drawings have backgrounds, and I feel like this one could stand out on its own. So, yeah. And the last and final drawing in this sketchbook is actually Nadu. He is Nadu's older brother. I drew him in his older design because I drew Naru in his older design a couple of times. And guys, this is how Nadu looked in his older design. So his hair was legit twice as long as Nadu's, and he looked like this. A lot of you guys really like Nadu's old design, so I'm hoping you like Nadu's as well. So yeah, I think they both look really pretty and cute and awesome. And they're old designs, but I'm just like, I cannot ink long hair all the time I draw them, and I cannot draw long hair every time I draw them. So I'm like, I'm just gonna relish in the fact that this is what they look like, and they don't look like this anymore. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this sketchbook, because I used the last couple of pages as swatches for my colors. So yeah, I mainly use my Sakura Koi watercolors. My Mia watercolors, I think I used them a little bit, but I use the Sakura Koi watercolors most definitely, and I use my watercolor gouache watercolors in this one as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give it a like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.